so familiar without can you walk through? Without further ado, let us proceed. Because the end is nigh. It certainly is. Okay. Let's explore. Holy shit. Okay. Gold. Sweet, sweet gold. Okay. All right. What is this? I think I already entered there. Well, it's a long trip. Yeah, I think I entered there already. So let's not concern ourselves with that. Let's simply move. Yeah, I killed this fairy. Fucking fairies. Then onwards. Yeah, let's just go.
Vengeance enacted the whims of our mad king. The divided court became Gadflow's Tuatha by force or by rebirth. The Winter Fae bloomed before this wave of frenzied strife, and before long, they were soldiers in an immortal army, or they were outcast. The greatest of vengeance, Malwyn, Claran, Vescain among them, became his witch knights. War had come again to the Fae. But instead of by Lord Own, it was Gadflow the King without a winter.
Okay. So the court jester managed to convince the greatest fairies in the Winterlands to join him. Well, he must have something to... him. Cannot, yeah, it cannot be coincidence. It cannot be just they making mistakes. They must see something in here. The power of Enoch. More likely than not. Okay. I'm going to wait and see if that is not quest related. Because it is. If it is, then things won't be easy for me. As they never are. Okay. Just keep moving. The Eventide. So this is where those fucking fairies came from. I'm guessing.
If you were here, then you were sold to the putrid lands of the old. Your lost body will burn, to crumbled ash will your bones turn. There is no hope left for your life. Wielding hammer, sword, or will not come. You are the wisp. And what awaits your untuned mind is what you hope you'll never find. The vilest, darkest, blackest thing. The conscience of a reigning king. Yes,
That's a nice rhyme. The blackest, filthiest thing of them all. The mind of a 5-year-old. Holy shit. There is a whole army of fuckers following me. Okay, I think these will not be quest related. Impossible. So let's... I like those very much. Very interesting lore stones sometimes. Very stupid other times. Always a problem to save. the mind of a 5-year-old. Yeah, because people are always saying, oh, the children, they are so pure. Bullshit. Maybe sometime in the 3000s BC they were pure and innocent. More likely and not the object of sexual desire by their elders. But now, with the internet, are you fucking kidding me? If a 5-year-old has not seen a naked woman or a man, then he is trapped in some kind of community.
Another
Has very strong firewalls or no television. Or computers. It's the only way. So you see those conservatives that rail against TV and the internet as the influences of the devil or some shit like that. They do have a point. Because the television and the internet are the mediums through which things that are of a more sexual nature get exposed to people that, according to many, should not be exposed to them. Now, the question is, why bother? Why bother? Well, you say because they are children. Well, that's where I disagree. They're little humans. Like most humans, they have the same desires. The same cravings, the same temptations, same emotions. Because it is nature that dictates those kinds of behaviors. Let's say a child let's say an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old whatever gets aroused by the fitness teacher, the physical education teacher, the gymnastics teacher, whatever you want to call. That's not because she wants him to start thinking about her in a sexual manner. It is his natural or her natural response to stimulus from the outside. So the people that believe those things are just fighting against nature and the inevitable, which is the sexual awakening of every single person that has not some sort of what? Mental disorder? Now the awful thing is when children get get harassed, get involved in sexual activity against their own will. Holy shit. Or without even knowing what the fuck is going on. That is something to be worried about. Inevitable that they will get exposed. Okay. I lose 15% critical. Okay, it's too much to ignore. Too much. Sadly enough. Okay. Alright, maybe I can switch those. Okay, let's switch those and see what happens. Yeah, one thing is your own voyage to discover sexuality. Another is getting kidnapped by someone else. Quite different things. That's not the same to take a road willingly that to take it unwillingly. Even if the result may end up being the same. If it turns out to be pleasurable, which it might not. Yeah, nature dictates many things. And in animals it's more apparent. Animals, most of them, develop much more quickly than human beings. So what you may call a baby in other species is actually sexually active, or is born almost like that, especially in the lower species, not the ones that need time to develop complex organisms and things like that. That is inevitable. So yeah, it is true that in the past you could not get exposed to content that get you hard say. To put it some way.
Agarth will not be far behind you. Neither of us saw any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinian. A scout on the ridge above saw the two Arthur mounting for a counterattack. You should hear what he has to say before we move on. If you'd rather not wait, talk with Agarth. Time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence. Yeah, now it's easier, but it is the same underlying cause, which you cannot fight so easily. You cannot, what's the saying? You cannot cover the sun with your hand or your finger, something like that. Okay, what are we waiting for?
Agarth, if he tells you he's ready, then my people are as well. Of course, if you wish to proceed with caution, the scout on the ridge will know what we're up against.
Why not?
Careful. This is worse than I feared.
Ah, there he comes. How convenient.
Another victory!
So that's how it goes. Of course, talking about children is always controversial, but childhoods are not now what they once were. They were not, and they are not, if they ever were. Okay. Now what's wrong with sex? Except STDs and babies.
Good to see you here. Ready?
Okay. Now let me
Keep
check.
your wits about you.
He told me to speak to someone, didn't he? Well,
Let's drive these red-eyed bastards into the ground.
okay. Let's